What's up, legends? It's Cyan. We're back, and we got dev notes. Now, I was actually going to make a video today talking about how the game improved, and then the dev notes came out. I was a little bit busy. I just got home, so we're actually going to go ahead and read it. So we're here at Epic 7. We here at Epic 7 feel like it's the most entertaining aspect of Epic. In order to improve the aspect of Epic 7, we have gradually increased the rates of impeded hero growth, which is nice, such as supply, demand of equipment, as well as necessary enhancing of hero skills, which they have with updates that will occur in June. We are improving the supply of accessories. That was one of the major things that was holding us back. After the updates in June, we plan to monitor how these changes affect the community. Additionally, we plan to improve Epic 7 Festa with Epic 7... Epic 7... What the hell is Epic 7 Festa? Did I miss her? Oh, I know what that is. Alright, that's just a little bit of a word mess up. Number 1, MolaGora improvements. In the previous update on March 28th, the second improvement in the MolaGora system was implemented. However, it is because of the skills of some players wish to enhance their various heroes, which are still too costly, which they are. In preparing the third round of MolaGoras, currently we are planning on reducing the MolaGora costs from 12 to 18% than the current standard, and preparing to implement these changes in July update. Okay, cool. After the MolaGora system is improved, players will receive excess MolaGora spent via in their mailbox. In addition, these changes, we have created new content which reward players with MolaGora too. Nice. For example, we have added adventure path missions which reward players I think you say more, but MolaGora required for early hero progression starting July 1st. The new content automation tower will offer MolaGoras as rewards. Super nice. However, please know that we are not considering a skill recall function. We are planning new content so different heroes can be used in a variety of content, such as World Boss, who will be included in this future. Nice. Now, I had speculated this before, like 2 or 3 months ago, that some of the characters we have will probably be good use against other world bosses and stuff like that. Now, other games use this as not, some big new fancy thing, but it's a good use to make certain characters be more usable. Some people may not like this because they don't have the characters. This Knight's Chronicle runs into this problem where people get mad in certain dungeons because they don't have the characters, which it really doesn't matter. It just makes it a little bit easier. Certain characters could just be more powerful or buffed to get special things that happen in a fight and things like that. I can see that happening in this game. I hope they handle it a little bit more better and not something like 400% extra damage like what Knight Chronicles does. That's a little overboard. But just something that makes it easier, like you knock out the mechanic of the fight, because if you got Sigurd there, the person that has a crush on Sigurd or something like that, so they can't do a certain move. That's fine, stuff like that, but not all of a sudden your character Super Saiyan mode just because you have the character. That's not fair. I hope you don't do that. All right, so balance changes, number 2. Recently, we have received many questions regarding balancing of the new Moonlight heroes. You think? We considered these questions to be very important. Moonlight heroes are designed specifically for PvP. PvE endgame content that allows players to compete with each other, so they are commonly used in PvP content. Later on, we are planning on revamping quests and introducing new and more challenging PvE content such as World Boss. They've mentioned that again, so that's obviously going to be coming soon, so everybody can stop asking about it because they mentioned it twice now at 2 different points. In addition, these changes will also monitor the usage of newly released heroes and balancing older heroes so that their rate selection is not drastically different when compared to the newly released heroes. Additionally, we also plan on creating new metas, strategies released for these heroes. That's cool because it'd be fun to have different stuff to do. At Epic Festa, we announced, that's why I was a little bit confused because it wasn't, never mind, forget it. We will go into the finer details of these changes in a separate notice. First, though, we like to explain the main intention of the balance within this notice. Yeah, didn't Lily Bird just come out? Oh, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. It was Lulu. Uh, the new hero Lilibet is released as a warrior with an ability called Extinction. Extinction is a powerful new skill that discovers the targeted hero from being. It just stops it from being able to revive both passively and actively. Currently, heroes that can employ resurrection effects are heavily used in arena, and with addition of health sets, it's not easy to effectively counter those heroes. The new hero Lilibet aims to add strategies to the arena, allowing both offensive and defensive, and a wider, healthier meta. Now, I'm trying to think who resurrects. Well, Kayron as a resurrect, Vildred as a resurrect, but are they in the top 100 like that? I need to go look at the top 100 again because I don't remember seeing them like that. And just talking about Vildred now. Revival is a key component for Arbiter Vildred. However, after revival, some players found it difficult to deal damage and continue to survive. Various improvements have been made to increase the effectiveness of Arbiter Vildred. Please see the balance changes before I was asleep. Damage dealt no longer to be affected by health loss. Instead, the base value of damage is decreased by 30%. Okay. Dark Contact. After the passive is activated, his combat range gauge will increase to 100%, and his attack will increase for 2 turns. Passive cooldown for 10 turns, down to 5 turns. Okay. That's a long-ass passive cooldown. Dark Blade. Damage dealt will no longer be affected by health loss. Instead, base value. Okay, so I get why they did that. That does not really make much sense for him, so that's a fix on him. Please see below the explanation of changes. Self-resurrect, combat readiness attack. When improved, Arbiter Vildred resurrects to his passive skill. Dark Contact grants him 100% combat readiness and increased attack. In most situations, immediate action is possible after resurrection. And an increased attack and powerful attack can be made with Dark Blade. An improvement to Arbiter Vildred's passive skill, Dark Contact, allows him to attack right after revival due to combat readiness, gauge being 100%. The increase to combat readiness will make the Dark Blade a great effect. Which, I agree, that's going to suck, to face it. Ravi. I have not seen Ravi in high-level PvP, so I don't know. I don't even see that in anybody's PvP video. And I watch people, TK, Gallet, and YD. I've not seen them use Ravi all that much, so I don't know where that's coming from. Damage increase and performance enhancement. Currently, the moral life Arbiter Vildred loses the strongest his attacks become. We discovered to remove this from him and will not be able to do so. Additionally, we have also increased decreased chance effect from 70% to 100% of Dark Contact being used. Okay. Summarize, Arbiter Vildred not only offers the powerful resurrection ability, but also increased attack power. Okay, Ravi. I kind of agree with that. Ravi, the tanky dealer, the ability to absorb damage is health. There's advantages and disadvantages when using skill Devil Drive. Utilizing every skill may not always go over smoothly. We plan to rebalance Ravi so much more. Well, I always thought Ravi needed a buff, and I got her, so happy me. Please see below the rebalance and changes made to Ravi. Slaughter. The amount of fighting spirit has been increased from 10 to 30. Cool. Devil Drive. Before, damage dealt increases proportions of fighting spirit. After, damage dealt proportions to attacks and damage taken. Also cool. Please see below. I'm kind of glad that they got these explanations here. That's kind of cool. The conditions for attack increase. We have made these improvements initialize of attack when the skill Devil Drive is used. The rebalance of Ravi's independent fighting spirit. And every attack increases. The effect persists when she attacks and she takes damage, which is nice. The amount of fighting spirit after using skill Slaughter has been increased. For skill Slaughter, we have significantly increased the amount of fighting spirit from 10 to 30. This change means that Ravi will be able to use skill drive more frequently, which allows her to stun the enemy more often and utilize her lifesteal effect, which sucks, but cool because I have her. Yay me. To summarize, Ravi is different from other typical warriors because she can attack and tank at the same time. We have improved the hero to improve the usability of skill drivers, gives the enemies a powerful debuff. We intended to have a Hallel to the enemies and bring more stability to the team. Sigrid. Nice! I have her too. Previously, Sigrid is seen as a damage dealer who can attack consecutively. However, relative to other heroes, she is not prominent as she once was because her damage doesn't scale. Well, it does, but not as well as everybody else. In order to make Sigrid more viable as a damage dealer, we have made the following improvement. Full specs will be listed below. Below. Sigrid Sever. The chance of inflicting 2 bleeding chance effects will increase from 35% to 50%. I say that should be like 75%. This should be higher. Smash. The chance to inflict bleeding increases from 85% to 100%, which is nice. Guillotine. Penetrate defense by 30%. In addition to the heroes mentioned, Judge Kisei, Maid Chloe, Violet, Bloodblade Karen, Assassin Coley. Wow. Corvus, Karja, Purgus, and lots. Looking forward to hearing that in as regards to the heroes that have been selected. Judge Kisei getting a buff? Jesus Christ. I still never got Judge Kisei, but congrats to her. Maid Chloe getting a buff is interesting. Violet getting a buff is interesting because a lot of people use Violet in Guild War. Same thing with Bloodblade Karen, so I don't see her being a problem. Assassin Coley is a one-trick pony, so I can see it. Corvus, whatever. Karja, whatever. Purgus and lots is kind of like whatever too. Please note these changes are not final and they may differ from the actual balance update that occurs in the future epics. Everyone would like to be able to balance heroes and artifacts approximately 6 to 8 intervals and encourage unique metas and wider variety of heroes, which is very good because most games don't do that. If you guys haven't noticed, they don't try to balance every 6 to 8 weeks. That should take way longer, so congrats on them for trying to do that. And I appreciate all this because it's showing that they're but they're listening, because a lot of these characters is a lot of stuff that we had complained about. So yeah, the third one is already that you already see that already. The amount of Moonlight Summons improvements. Think first of all, before we even read this, Moonlight Summons is a trap as motherfucking F. I've been saying that for the longest time. People have just been spending their money, and I'm looking at people, and I've been yelling at people, other content creators, like, bro, why don't you understand what a trap is? Like, why are you spending all your money on this? This is a goddamn trap. It doesn't work the way it's supposed to because you're not supposed to be spending money that way. And I'm going to reiterate that again. The Moonlight Summons were supposed to be for free players when it was first made. It was supposed to be for free players to have a chance at stronger characters. It was not supposed to be spammed. It has no accumulative system for it to be spammed, so you shouldn't be spamming it. It's just straight throwing money up in the wind and hoping you get a character that's like 0.5% chance to get. Who the fuck does that? And then get mad when they don't get the character. There's nothing to actually help you along in the process, which means your ass shouldn't be doing it. But maybe, I don't know, common sense school apparently is not in a lot of people's vocabulary. I digress. 3 Moonlight Summon improvements. The amount of materials required in order for players to receive Moonlight Summons is high. Yes, because you need 50 of them damn things. The hunts give you like fucking 3 every time it drops. When you win a Guild War battle, you get like what, close to maybe, I don't know, 20 or 30, something like that. That's still not even a character. Like it'd take you like a day just to get one summon for something that's like 0.5%. No. Additionally, and then on top of that, $10 is one summon. $10 is one summon. $30 is 10 summons on the normal banner. So how is it all the way around? Moonlight Summons was not meant for people to be spending money on. They got away with this a very long time, and I tried my best to save you guys money and say that this is a trap and you should not be doing this. And people and you see people doing videos. I didn't get these characters, spending thousands of dollars. I'm watching whales. I'm just shaking my head like, y'all dumb. But anyway, additionally, the difference between the expected results and the actual results is also large. Therefore, we have a discussion the need to implement certain safety measures, which means it's probably going to be something accumulative now. They're actually understanding that this system was incomplete, and they're going to give us something. One, they're going to lower how much the damn thing costs, because it's 10 times the normal summon for one summon. Like that's very high. It should be at least maybe 4 or 5 times, not 10. That's ridiculous. However, we need to take caution as we approach this issue because the summon system would change the value of heroes and material in the game. We have heard a lot of opinions on this issue about this, and the developers publish in regard as an important issue. It is an important issue, and that was reiterated in the past. And like I said, if you're going to have this as being like an end-all and higher level system, there needs to be a cutoff point. All the summons need to have a cutoff point. They should not go on forever. You know, you have the absolute, because that can happen with RNG. That you can get into like $2,000 or $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 and you never get the character. That should never happen. For one, that's gambling, and all this shit is about to go away because the government don't like it. Just to let you guys know that. U.S. government doesn't like it because they're starting to pay attention to it now. So y'all might as well fix this shit now before the government come in and be like, you know what? See this American license that you have to do deals? And Stove and Epic 7 is a Korean company. They gonna come for your ass if you don't fix this pretty soon. So all this gambling y'all got going on right now, you might as well just do it now. Fix it now. And this is not like a threat or anything else like this. It's a legit problem that the government right now in the United States is actually tackling. They're about to make a law on this. Like you about to straight get a law on this where this won't even happen anymore. So you might as well just fix it now that it has a cutoff situation before the government comes in and just says you can't do this at all anymore. All right, number 4, gameplay and convenience improvements. Next, we will take a look at improvements that will be made to ensure that our players have a more comfortable gameplay experience. Such I like this already. These details are the same as what was discussed in Epic 7 Festa Q&A session. However, a lot of heirs did not know about these details due to the fact they were not added to previous developer notes. I'll just share them now. Consecutive summons, which I've been saying that this game should have had that. In the beginning of the update, we did not consider adding this feature where users will be able to carry out 10 consecutive summons. However, we are now looking at the possibility of this feature in the future. And I'm going to say why they should. Even if we introduce this feature later on, we think that it'd be important to improve the current one-time summon system first. Previous updates, we made adjustments to the players did not have to tap. Current improvements include adding the option to skip certain steps with summoning and improving the process of players. All right. As a programmer myself, the reason why I know this is bad is you see what happens to the server when a new character comes out. You don't need that much throughway, which is what it's called, going back and forth to the server. You have the player going to the server asking for the summon, the server is saying, okay, you can have the summon. Do you have the currency? And you have everybody solo doing that. If you have 1 million players, which is possible with Epic 7, over mobile networks, that's too much for mobile networks, which is why when everybody was like Epic 7 sucks, it's bad programming. It has nothing to do with programming. Technology has not progressed to the point in mobile to actually be able to handle that. If this was a PC game and it was going over different types of networks and servers, stuff like that, that's something different. But mobile technology cannot handle that many people solo summoning at that one point in time. That's why it slows the game to a crawl. The game can't handle that. Programming wise, it's better to have a PC say, okay, you got 10 summon, all right, fine, you get to do is 10 summon, and then it goes back to the player side because you are now able to do that 10 summons. It's not a back and forth over and over again. You get one processing queue on the server over that point in time, and that's less throughway, that's less lag on the server. That just makes sense. I don't know what the hell, I don't know who made that system or why they being stubborn about that. They should know that. And this is just like a programming 101 type of thing that it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever to do something like that. It's too tedious and too much on the server for us to be doing it single, which is why no other company does that shit. And they offer the 10 summons. The 10 summon initially wasn't really about it being convenient. It just makes more sense programming wise. So that's a little bit of history on programming when it comes to type of stuff. I don't know why it's like this. in Epic 7 and why they're considering other stuff. So like, stop being stubborn. This is a stubborn Asian thing going right now. And I can say that because I'm Asian too. It's just a stubborn Asian thing going on right now, that somebody made this system and they're being dicks about changing it. Just stop. Just stop. It doesn't work. Fix it. Repeat battle and auto open treasure chest. We currently preparing a pet system which will improve gameplay during battle. We are not just thinking of adding pets that will only have a single function, but we would like players to acquire pets and nurture and strengthen the pets. Pets will help them on their adventures. I like this idea. There's gonna be Pokemon up in this bitch. Due to all of these factors, and see the development of this feature is getting delayed. However, we do plan to add this feature in the third quarter at the earliest. Like, if you're gonna be throwing Pokemon up in here, you gotta make that shit lit. We gonna be battling with pets out here. I want to battle with Archie. Give me a pet Archie to run around and just jack people up. All right, auto unpromote. We, the development team, think that the process of promoting a hero is quite complicated and is vital to improve the process. The following steps are steps that are taken to promote a hero. Select the hero, promote hero list, tap the promote button, select the hero to promote material. Like that. This is like what I was talking about when people complain about buying things. It's the same thing. This is a lot of steps. It's actually a lot of steps to physically spend money in the gacha game. So when people feel like that, oh my god, like I just have to spend money, you're like, no you don't. You take like fucking 10 steps to buy stuff for the gacha games. Like, don't act like people put something like a gun to your head. It took a long time for you to get that currency into that game and click that button. You gotta click that button like 10 times, and nobody wanna hear that. We are going to make the improvements that will ease this process, at least for Phantasmas. We plan to make these improvements in July at the earliest. Please, because it is tedious. I got so many dogs right now, and I'd be sitting there literally like an hour trying to put all of that together. It'd be nice if you can tell the system, look, I got 30 dogs up in here. 30 3-star dogs. I have over 200 3-stars that are not locked. Can you please make these 30 3-star dogs into 4-star dogs? And if I have any currency after, if I have any penguins after that, level some of them up. It should be able to handle that, but that's a batch queue process. I don't think the game even has anything like that in the game right now. So they probably just would have to make a batch queue process to handle that and have like cutoffs and stuff like that. Again, I'm talking in programmer, but that's something that should be easily handled. Inventory expansion. There are many details that are involved in order for us to make adjustments to the hero window and expand the inventory. As a result, it's not possible to make these changes immediately. However, we understand the frustration of players may face due to lack of space in the inventory. We have worked on and still working on to fix this issue. Storage feature added 528. But see, the storage feature is just like, it's cool, but Epic 7, just to wrap this up, we want to have an actual storage where if we're not using 6 stars, or if there's characters that we have on the back burner that are 3 and 4 stars, allow us to store that. There's 6-star characters, like I have 23 6-stars, 22, 20, 23. I don't use all of them. Allow me to put some of them away. It shouldn't be that hard to do that, to be honest with you, unless there's a problem as along with storage for that in the game. And I'm talking about server storage for that. So these are some good changes, and the game overall is getting in a good place. Like the recent update didn't do too much. It gave us new content, new world, and everything else. We got a means to level up, and that's cool. I like that. That means to level up. I'm leveling up as we speak and everything else like that. We have more hot times, and that's actually helping out our gold and everything else. So the game is actually getting in a good place. So everybody give it a little bit of patience, because all this stuff sounds good. There's nothing here that actually sounds bad, unless it's a balancing thing you don't agree with the characters. All of this is going to help us. There's nothing here that is a detriment to anybody. So I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm just going to give them patience and hope that, you know, things move along and progress properly. And I will catch you guys next video. I hope you like this content. Also, keep in mind, guys, that if you want to be notified, you got to hit the notification bell. It's very important now because YouTube is making it a thing that you have to hit the notification bell to know when videos go out. So please, by all means, do that. It helps out. It just lets you know that there's new videos there, and be legendary. Peace.